Hi, everybody. Okay, so this one's going to be a little bit longer than my other one because I have a lot to say, as usual, about both. Okay, so where do I start with this? The reason the title is alright because today's episode was just alright. I can kind of see where they're going, although I don't really know exactly where they're going because, as I said before, both can go all kinds of directions. Every time you think, okay, it's going this way, it zooms and goes the other way. So, yeah. Okay, so to catch up, we go back from yesterday a little bit, and remember, Steffi was there to get the news with Daphne about the infertility, right? So then you believe that Steffi is coming home to Finn. And okay, just for 1 second, we get to see shirtless Tanner Noblin. So, all right. But he has some news to break to his wife. And I'm sitting there going, okay, given the gravity of what she just went through, is he going to actually do it or not? He does say something about Sheila wanting to have more of a part of their life. And Steffi, of course, freaks out and thinks that she came to their house, that Sheila came to their house, and she's worried about their kids and everything. So then he says, no, no, she came to my office, but she feels like she's proved herself because she signed the divorce papers and she let that go and whatever. And Steffi says, no way, no way. That's just her way of like weakening you and getting to our kids and yada, 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 yada. So I was like, okay, whatever. But I can say at least he tried. Um, okay. Then we go on to the storyline of Will and Electra. Every time I every time I say those names, I'm like tired already because it's just the push and pull of like young people. And like I said before, okay, I've said this I think all week, and I'm sorry to be a record, okay, but when your relationship is like the push and pull, push and pull, push and pull, it's not supposed to be that way, okay? Yes, you're gonna have disagreements, and yes, you might even have an argument or whatever. But if it's always a back and forth like that, that's not a relationship. That is toxic. Okay. However, okay, so they are going with the kind of parentals keeping the kids away because okay, here's how I figured that out. Because in theory, Electra doesn't have any parents there, but her uncle is Eric, so he's kind of her parental guardian ish thing, you know. So whatever he says is supposed to go, kind of thing. But oh boy. Okay, so then she's there, and he's there, and Will is trying to talk to her, and she wants to talk to him, but then Eric says, "No, no, he's a Spencer, and you don't have time for Spencer, and you're a Forster, and you're better than that, and yada yada yada, and don't talk to him." So then Eric makes Electra tell Will to leave. Literally, that's what happened. Okay. And I'm like, what? Okay. Then, hello, people. Somebody is watching my videos. Why? Because I talked about how this storyline seems like Romeo and Juliet. So, Crew Morrow said, are we in Romeo and Juliet or what? That is my line, people. That is my line. Courtesy of me. You're welcome. Okay, so then getting to the thing, because it's a whole cluster, right? Cluster F, the biggest cluster F. Okay, so he is heartbroken. He doesn't want to not talk to the girl, but he's been told to leave. So he goes to Bikini, And of course, Melissa's there, but he's like, leave me alone. Just leave me alone. I don't want to talk, whatever. So then this other girl, comes out of nowhere and she's talking and yapping and yapping. And I even, as a female, am saying, shut the up. This guy, can you not read body language? Like, did you fail body language 101? This guy doesn't want to talk to anybody, and you think you're going to hit on him? Really? And he finally said, after she's been yapping for like 10 minutes or something, excuse me, and he says the wrong name. I really don't want to talk to you. So could you please get away from me? I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I don't mean to laugh. Okay. But it was so funny that I can't help it because this girl, we've all done it, right? I mean, you're talking to this guy, a guy, right? And you're yapping away, and the guy couldn't care less, and you start yapping, and you won't shut up, and the guy literally has to say, I don't want to talk to you. And then she says, yeah, whatever, and leaves. Okay, so then Melissa tries to be helpful, but I don't think he wanted it, but at least he was nicer to her. But it was just awkward. It was like, okay, it's like I say all the time, awkward city. This is the epitome of awkward city, people. Okay, because oh boy. So then that girl who's a bartender, Jessica, I think her name is Jessica, says to Melissa, why are you so far away from him? And she says he's going through a lot right now. Then, okay, I'm getting to the end of the episode, I swear. Then the coup de grace, the last scene. Will tries to call Electra. She doesn't pick up. She lets it go to voicemail, and she's hearing everything he's saying as he's saying it, right? But she doesn't say anything until the last minute, and it's too late because he's already hung up. What he said in the message is, I don't want to break up with you. I want to be with you, but maybe everybody is right, and maybe we're just not meant to be, and you feel so far away, and there's nothing I can do about it. I'll love you forever, but maybe we should go our separate ways. And at that point, he's looking at the moon, and she's looking at the moon. She looks like she's about to cry again, and that's the end of the episode. Okay, now, please, for the love of Jesus, could you please do me a favor? If you're going to break these people up, could you break them up? I mean, break them up to where they don't get back together next week. Please, just. Okay. So then, and I don't even care if you pair them with anybody. I don't. Just don't let them get back together because it's getting on my last nerve. Okay. Next week, spoilers. Logan is finally going to have their fashion show. And of course, they're going to blame Katie about whatever. And then Katie's going to apologize again. That's one. And then the other one. What is the other one? Probably something about Will and Electra. I forget. I forget. There were only like 2 clips. And that was it. But I know I'm gonna sound like I'm completely off my brand because I said I'm a hopeless romantic, and I am. But boy, I can't take young people in love anymore. If it's gonna be like this, I can't take it. Just don't. So I don't know. But I'm coming back with a bold extra because I have some ideas already. So all right, bye everybody.